Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the DCI 4030 roller latch. This is the DCI 4030 in the US 10 or Satin Bronze finish. There's a link below this video to the template, which shows everything important dimensionally about this roller latch. But first, let's just talk about it. This is by far a very common sort of roller latch. Very typical and common to use. This design, okay, with the heavy nylon roller wheel, and is appropriate for solid core, full-size commercial weight doors. Okay. Dimensionally, let's talk about that template now. If you review that, you'll see that the overall length of the faceplate is 3 3/8 of an inch. Okay, that is indeed the case. Yep, that is the case. It's 1 inch wide. That's also very typical. Looks a little bit heavy on 1 inch. Yeah, marginally heavy. Yeah, that's because, and one thing that I like about DCI a lot is that the angle between the face of the roller latch and the edge is not 90°, meaning that's ever so slightly larger, such that when you mortise a 1 inch, they're calling it a 1 inch mortise, when you mortise that and pressure this in, it's going to make a real nice tight margin all the way around, because this angle is less than 90° coming in. So to exaggerate that angle, it looks like this. When you pressure fit that in, it's going to seat really nice and leave almost no margin between the wood, assuming this is going into wood, and the roller latch itself. 5/32 thickness on the faceplate. That's very typical for latch bolts as well. The standard strike, before we talk about mortising, is what is called the A strike. That's this one here. Okay, 2 1/4 tall, very common size for a roller latch. You can see the indent is where that nylon roller is intended to go. Okay. So the mortising for this, if I was going to be doing this, and I have a lot, I would be doing a body preparation, and I'd be doing a plate preparation, 2-step, body and plate. The body preparation is called out on the template itself, where they're saying make an 1 5/8 mortise deep for the body, 2 3/8 tall, and that's referring to the upper left-hand corner. You need to be looking at both of the upper left-hand corner drawings. And 2 3/8 tall, so they're going to leave you a little bit of margin there. And a 1 inch wide mortise. So 1 5/8 deep, 2 3/8 wide. Let's start over. 1 5/8 deep, 2 3/8 long, 1 inch wide. And that will allow you to get all of the inner subassembly inside of the preparation. Then you'll do your plate preparation, and that's simply going to be 3 3/8 and then 1 inch. Okay. Once you've got that, and you probably need to square the corners out a little bit to fit the mechanism in, and once you've got that mortised, you'll be able to place it and drop it in. Let's talk about screws real quick. It includes 2 screws to hold it together there, to hold the body in. Wood screws. It also is going to include, at least this one does, a couple of combination thread, 832 with a wood thread at the front of it, in case you're going into something metal. And then you're also going to get combination screws for the A strike as well. Okay, and talking about the strikes, you can get the B strike, which is shown here, which is like a T strike, And then you can get the ANSI strike, the 4 7/8 tall, and that's the C strike by DCI. 4030A, 4030B, 4030C. You can buy those separately if you like as well. So that's really all that there is to the mortise. Router is the way to go. You're going to need a plunge router most likely for the body, unless you've got one set up with a real long bit on it. And then, you know, I like, in my wood shop, I would have, if you're doing a production setting and you're doing things without the benefit of CNC machinery, you know, I would literally have a half a dozen routers. If I was doing common preparations all the time, I would not change the router setup at all. Once I've got my preparation, it's just easier to grab the proper router and go about your machining. If you have any questions on mortising or machining this, by all means reach out. I've got extensive experience in that regard. I'd be happy to lend my 2 cents on that. This roller latch is considered heavy duty. You're able to draw via the 2 screws the body up closer into the head so that you can get a greater projection on the roller latch itself, on the ball, on the roller, on the nylon roller. So as I'm just simply compressing the body, you can see that the screws stick out as well. Well, if you were tightening those screws, that wouldn't happen, of course. It would just draw the plate down or the body up, really, giving you more tension on what it takes to open and close the door. When installing these, you're obviously going to have a handle on the door, meaning a dummy handle, single dummy, full dummy. You'll want to look around the space that you're installing this on to install these at a height, center line height, that would be compatible with the rest of the doors in the space. You don't want to put these at 36 inch off the floor, which is kind of common for residential, and then all your other door locks are at 40 inch off the floor about. And then your handles are all, you know, you could have a corridor and you've got door, and then a couple of closet doors, and they're, you know, significantly lower. An architect is going to catch that. So take a look around. Word to the wise, I did that one time. And anyway, a DCI, great quality product, available in several different finishes, those 3 different strikes. The A is what you're going to get if you don't specify a strike. Real good quality customer service, very knowledgeable, quick shipping, etc., etc. If it's trim and auxiliary hardware or their line of exit devices, DCI is a great choice. If you have any questions on the DCI 4030 roller latch or any other DCI product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you very much.